Zaida Khatun, the mother of expelled ruling party leader Jahangir Alam, has won the Ghazipur City Corporation GCC elections. The independent mayoral aspirant Zaida secured 2,38,934 votes with a table clock symbol in 480 centres. Besides her nearest rival, Army League-backed candidate Azmat Ullah Khan backed 2,22,737 votes with both symbol. Returning officers of the elections confirmed the result at 1:25 p.m. on Friday. Earlier, the voting started at 8 a.m. Using electronic voting machine (EVM) on Thursday and ended at 4 p.m. The voters flocked to the centre from morning. No complaints of irregularities were received throughout the day regarding the election. There are spontaneous presence of voters in various centres since morning. Especially the number of women voters was eye-catching. Azmat Ullah Khatun, Army League leader's mayoral candidate in Ghazipur city election, was completely optimistic about his victory, but his loss surprises many. Locals say that Azmat Ullah Khan was defeated because of disguised supporters. After voting in a festive atmosphere throughout the day, the speculation ended late at night. In the end, Army League's candidate Azmat Ullah Khan was defeated by the margin of more than 16,000 votes. Zaida Khatun, the mother of expelled ruling party leader Jahangir Alam, has won the Ghazipur City Corporation GCC elections. BNP Standing Committee member Amir Khosru Chaudhary commented that the government has tried to show fair elections through Ghazipur City Corporation elections. In the morning, he made remarks at the 28th anniversary ceremony of Dhaka Reporters Unity. He said that the next election should be under a neutral government. There is no alternative. BNP Senior Joint Secretary General Advocate Ruhul Kabir Rizvi said that the government is suppressing the freedom of media with the Digital Security Act. This BNP leader also commented that there are things in Shagor Rooney murder investigation report that the government is afraid to reveal. The Election Commission has allocated symbols among the mayoral candidates and general reserved councillors candidates in the Khulna City Corporation and Borishal City Corporation elections. After allotment of symbols, the candidates started campaigning with the workers and the supporters. Returning officer Mohammad Alauddin announced that the symbol of Khulna returning office this morning. Army League's Abul Khalek with boat, Jatiyo Party's Shafiqul Islam Madhu with plow, and Islamic Movement Bangladesh Abdul Awal will fight with hand fan symbol. Rose flower is the symbol of SM Sabbir Hussain from Zakir Party. Khulna City Corporation election voting will be held on June 12th. On the other hand, the Borishal City Corporation, Army League's Abul Khair Abdullah Khokon Sherniabad will vote Jatiyo Party engineer Iqbal Hossain Taposh with plow, and Zakir Party's Mizanur Rahman Bachu with rose flower, and Islamic Movement Bangladesh Mufti Fozlul Karim will fight with hand fan symbol. Clashes between leaders and activists of Awami League and BNP took place in Zinzira of Keranigan, centered on the public rally in BNP in Dhaka district. At least 30 people from both sides were injured in this, including BNP Executive Committee member Nipun Roy. The incident took place at Zinzira Bas Road at 11:15 a.m. At the time, there was a fight between Awami League and BNP activists. BNP activists attacked the Dokhin Keraniganj Thana Army League office and vandalized it. They also vandalized several private cars on the road. Later, the police came and brought the situation under control. Onion and ginger are being sold at abnormally high rates in kitchen markets of the capital Dhaka. However, wholesale price of both of the products has dropped slightly, given no relief to the low-income group and middle-class people. In Mohammadpur Krishi market, ginger was being sold at Dhaka 350 per kg as against of Dhaka 250 to 260 wholesale rate, as an onion is being sold at Dhaka 70 to 80 kg against of Taka 67 to Taka 70 kg. Meanwhile, sugar is still unavailable in the kitchen markets. Consumers say that prices of other items including garlic, pulses, soybean oil, palm oil are being sold at previously increased rates as per fancy of retail and wholesale traders. They were venting their anguish over non-stop rise of daily commodities. Exporters who import 100% of raw materials are most affected by the 25% decline in the value of Taka against the dollar. Such industrialists have been demanding to start trade in local currency with China and India, the two main sources of raw material imports of the country. They demanded a clear direction in this regard in this year's budget. Analysts also say that the claim is logical. As inflation is happening in the domestic product market, the productive sector is also hampered, especially those who are involved in the export trade dependent on the import of raw materials. The situation is more deplorable. After the situation, the businessmen demanded to start trading in Chinese and Indian currencies as an alternative currency to the dollar. However, as the year goes by, there is no much response, so they want a clear instruction in the budget this time. They are responsible for looking after the law and other situations of railways in Chattogram. But the railway police are occupying that place and setting up shops and collecting monthly rent. Huge amount of money and are going into the pocket of railway police every month from those shops without any kind of lease. On Thursday morning, the campaign started in the initiative of District Administration and the Railway Land Property Department. Ferris grocery, parts and meat shops have been installed in these places by occupying the railway pays. Allegedly, these shops have been set up by the railway police in front of the barracks. At the time of eviction, they showed the receipt of monthly rent to the railway police to the executive magistrate of the district administration. They did not pick up the phone of the shopkeepers during the eviction, even though they paid the rent every month. The Economist has called Sheikh Hasina, who has been the power of Bangladesh and has been in power in Bangladesh for almost 2 decades, as the Iron Lady of Asia. In the interview given to the famous British magazine, the Prime Minister talked about the dreams about Bangladesh, upcoming elections, corruption and other issues. Starting with the next election and stating with the next election will be free and fair, she said that there is no other worthy party to compete except Awami League. Economist also says that the possibility of BNP turning around is very low. The famous British magazine, The Economist, published a report on Wednesday talking to Sheikh Hasina recently. In this report, Bangabandhu Kanya is called the Iron Lady of Asia. In this interview, the Prime Minister said that she wants to build a developed country free from hunger and poverty. Economist says that Bangladesh has benefited from Sheikh Hasina's strong hand in managing the country. Which political party will participate in the upcoming national election is an internal matter of Bangladesh. The United States will not motivate any political party about it. U.S. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller made the remarks at the briefing on Thursday, local time, while responding to the question over the participation of opposition political party in upcoming national polls.
Speak to what any political party within Bangladesh should or should not do. I will say that the United States' interest in this question is in support of free and fair and peaceful elections. That's why we announced the new policy that we did yesterday. I will say that we were heartened by the announcement from the government yesterday that welcomed the steps that we took. We believe that democracy is the most enduring means to advance peace, prosperity, and security. It's why we made the announcement today, and we look forward to working with the Bangladeshi government going forward.
Dhaka Metropolitan Police has arrested 8 people, including the mastermind of Rupur Nuclear Power Plant's goods robbery gang. The stolen goods have been recovered. Recently, the gang robbed goods from a depot of Nator Shodor by tying up everyone. The detectives say they have been committing robberies in different areas of the country. On last May 23rd, at around 8:30 p.m., a group of 26 to 27 robbers entered the depot of Trans Rail Lighting Limited in Nator with local weapons and robbed, tying up the security guards and the officials for 6 to 7 hours. The robbers fled with 3 trucks with goods of electric components, including 400 kV single-circuit transmission with the distribution line of Rupur nuclear power plant in the report. Later, a case was filed in this incident, and Dhaka Metropolitan Detective Police arrested the leader of the dacoit group along with those goods from Chittagong on Thursday. Almost 150 houses, croplands in Shirajganj were destroyed by Jamuna River erosion. People of several villages of at least 3 upazilas are in fear of erosion. Many are moving to safe places. Meanwhile, the Water Development Board says that the geobags are being thrown on an urgent basis. Suddenly, the water of the river Jamuna is increasing. As soon as the water rises, the Jamuna is taking an aggressive form. In the last few days, about 50 houses, crops and trees have been washed away by the river. Meanwhile, the executive engineer of the Water Development Board informed about the various activities to prevent erosion.